I want to take a few minutes and talk about cognitive load theory. By definition, cognitive load theory is how the working memory is affected by the instructional process. According to our reading, Spector, Merrill, Elin, and Bishop, they spoke of two scientists who worked on cognitive learning theory. One of them was G.A. Miller back in the 50s, who talked about the number system, 7 plus or minus 2. He referenced the social security numbers and phone numbers. Also, Sweller in the 90s, who talked about the amount of information that your mind could process and remember at any given time. Uh, the two learning systems, the learning system that I want to speak about, the intrinsic and extraneous load system. Uh, Intrinsic talks about how hard the material is. It talks about how difficult it is to do certain things that are similar. Our book referenced mathematics. It talked about the difference between calculus and simple mathematics, and how difficult the content of calculus was. Not so much that calculus was difficult. Um, Extraneous talked about the learning conditions in which we learn. What hampered us from learning? What was some of the things that could cause us to be distracted in a learning environment? Could it be the lighting? Could it be distance noise? Could it be just one object in the classroom that could distract us from our full attention of learning? And according to um, Edo, Kuhl, Scheidner, and Goges, they say to learn successfully with the multimedia instruction, students are usually required to actively select, organize, integrate information from instructions. That goes back to a lot of our distance learning, that which is what we're involved in now. How we've got to be able to reach obtain information from instructors as they give the information over a long distance. It's not face to face per se in a traditional classroom. Um, According to Pars and Ayres, they say that the importance of the role of working memory and long term memory that plays in human learning is undisputed. These two types of memory work together to make the whole person make able to grasp the concept of what is being taught, or what is being pushed through by the internet, about some electronic means. I myself has been, should I say, a victim of extraneous um, load theory. I've had several classes that I was just nervous about because I was unfamiliar with what I was doing. I wasn't sure whether I was using the technology properly. Sometimes I had difficulty with the technology. So I was a victim of it, and it kind of put me behind mentally and physically, trying to keep up with things that was required of me to do. So there you have it. These are some of the issues that I face myself, and these are some of the things that our writers talked about in our reading. Thank you.